Larry, you're up.
Good evening, folks. I'm very honored to be here tonight. As I've been saying around here tonight, I'm a little bit different breed of cat. And I'm not in the political mode. I'm not an attorney. I've never been appointed or elected to anything. I did work for Ronald Reagan in 1966 when he ran for governor successfully, and that was a 46-year hiatus. So it's been a couple of years ago. My background is extremely different from everyone up here in many ways. I founded 4 corporations in my life. The last 2 were in the semiconductor equipment industry with customers throughout the entire world. I've sat on the board with the vice chairman of Samsung, numerous vice presidents of Sony, Hitachi, Fujitsu, across Siemens and SGS in Italy. I bring worldwide contacts, worldwide experience in developing business. They've never, ever had anything like me. And I thought since last night I got this in the mail, I might just divulge something that I have not used because that's the kind of person I am. But this is a certificate of military service for the United States Marine Corps, an appreciation according to the Congress, the rules of Congress, and a member of the American Legion. A lot of you didn't know this, but I am a former Marine officer. And it's, as I said, it's an honor to be here. My answer would be fairly short and concise because that's the way I am. People ask, why is he so short? Well, I say the answer to that is I'm a businessman. I don't really go into the long oratoricals. I do get extra time, don't I? Because I'm coaching in AYSO? No? Thank you very much.
Can you elaborate on the needs and wishes as it relates to being responsive by the city?
Absolutely. Elaboration, I'm not sure, but I know the answer. A CAR is and should be the master spokesman for bringing important issues facing HOAs before the City Council.
Larry, same question in one sentence. How would you describe what a council member should be?
I have a never-ending sense of humor, and some of these one sentences have been incredibly long.
I know.
The city should provide the best public safety, that's police and fire, services available, and be responsive to the needs and wishes of the HOAs.
Larry, in your written response, you state that RSM needs to understand business better and how new businesses can be attracted to locate in RSM. How might the RSM better understand business?
Well, there's not enough years left for these groups to catch up, but I personally bring an incredible amount of business experiences. I was trained to be a vice president of United Airlines in my 20s. I spent 4 years after that in pharmaceutical management, and then 25 years in the semiconductor industry developing business worldwide. The only way you can get this is to be a very senior person, which I certainly am. I'm a strong guy. I'm sure I can last 2 years. I can ride my bike 12 or 15 miles a day. And I'm honored to be here and to share my expertise, my contacts throughout the world, even though some of these people may not quite understand what I'm doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Let's turn to page 3 of 8 on section 1. Probably one of the most discussed items in the city right now. What role does Chiquita Ridge play in the future of the city? And Larry will bring you first on this. What do you believe is the most important aspect of Chiquita Ridge?
I see it as a dual opportunity. It's a windfall for our city to acquire this property. I see it as a potential for a great sports park. I've always advocated that. That's been in my profile, which I've passed around the city. I see it as an opportunity to provide space for new companies to come here. Space is very much a premium in our territory. I emphasize a clean industry, which would fit right in with any type of environmental concerns, to provide revenue from our city. Last night it was called out that this should be produced as a football stadium for Santa Maria Catholic High School. I talked to them today. That was news to them. I talked to the president of Santa Margarita High School. He said he's never heard of any proposal like this. He said if somebody wants to donate $25 million, it probably become a possibility. So anyway, believe me, I have a pretty good handle on what it costs to develop places. Chiquita Ridge may never happen. We can't spend all of our reserves and go in debt. We don't need more taxes. We don't need more bonds. Bonds, Melrose are bonds. We don't need this stuff. We really need to focus on our city, what's good for it. I know that I'm a shock to this city because I do understand business. I'm the first person that's ever even approached this city to help serve our city with my type of experience, and I gladly submit it to the voters. Thank you very much.
Larry, other than law enforcement, what is the second most significant contract service the city has?
Fire services, emergency services.
Thank you.
That's not the end of my statement, though. You want to know how we judge this? And
You're welcome to elaborate.
My performance results and competitive pricing. I'm sitting here with a bunch of nice people. They're all good people. I felt like it was improper for the trash hauling company and the bank, which may have $15 or $19 million worth of our property, to hold a party for one of the candidates here. Since they have contracts with the city, it may not be illegal, but I feel like it's improper.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Kenny. Larry, do you have any concerns regarding the physical infrastructure of the city?
Actually, RSM has a solid infrastructure, including financial stability and staff services at City Hall and in the field, our field workers. I personally know every employee of the city. They work extremely hard. They do the work of 60 people, 19 of them. This is the greatest city in California as far as I'm concerned. I would concur with the safety net or whatever we need on the bridge. This is getting to be out of hand. The major request, if I get elected, was please turn the lights down on the bridge because they're blinding. That's a really difficult problem. It could be solved very quickly. I was tongue-in-cheek about it being difficult. I love our city. Everything is really good here. I really, for the first time, I've agreed with Tony and Carol in a long time. I think commercial development is very much a plus in Chiquita Ridge, and I agree with Carol. It depends on the topography. It depends on the financial feasibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Larry, how does CAR differ from master homeowner associations in their role in the community?
I perceive and believe that they are the master unit providing technical support, management expertise and support to bring issues to the City Council which need to be addressed. And in turn, the City Council perhaps can provide through CAR or directly to the HOAs.
Thank you, Larry. Larry.
Interesting subject. I'm 71. I don't feel old at all. A lot of people know me because I walked my Rhodesian Ridgeback around the lake many, many times until I had to put him away last summer. Still very painful for me. I still ride my bike. I ride it 12 or 15 miles each day I ride it. I've got a son who's an 8th grader at RSM. I coach his soccer team, under 14 boys. I don't realize I'm old yet. I'm extremely strong. I probably could outrun most of the people in this room. I realize the importance, though, for seniors, better than anybody sitting at this table. They are everything our country is, and we must listen to them. We must support them in every way possible, and there are a lot of other ways that we can assist them and support them in our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
I concur that we have a really fine group of guys, one here and one there, and people are willing to stick their neck out here and take criticism from certain people in the city. It's my honor, really, to run. I have wide shoulders, and I've been able to take the criticism because I know that I'm the best person to help our city. A commercial development in Chiquita Ridge, if it ever happens, would generate, well, say the company's selling $20 million a year, $30, $50 million a year. Can you imagine the sales tax revenue? To be against this type of concept would be against a company like Applied Medical. They've been a real asset to our city. That's what I have in mind. I have a vision for our city. Again, I am a stark contrast to anything that's ever happened here on the city council, to anybody that's ever been on the city council. I have received no endorsements from the Firemen's Union, the Police Union, the California Teachers Association Union. I'm not a politician. I didn't expect any endorsements. I was a member of the California Republican Assembly. Back in 1966, I was a member of the California Republican State Central Committee. That was a long time ago. We're talking 46 years. I have been a lifetime voting Republican, even though I feel like the party has let us down in so many ways. I believe in financial management, balanced budget, adhering to the Constitution, and I thank you so much for this honor to run, and I ask for your support.